Right, for this one, we're really just seeing how do we use our calculator here to find out these trig ratios, and this is really just plugging into our calculator stuff. So when it says determine sine 40 to correct to 2 decimal places, and you're really just saying type in sine and then 40, and then the only thing is it's worthwhile always just remembering to close your bracket. Sometimes you leave a bracket open and it comes up with this that says here in the notes, this syntax error. Just make sure you close the bracket and you hit equals, and it says 0,64 what. So we're going to write in here 0,6. The one after the 4 is a 2, so therefore it'll stay 64. If it were 5 or above, we'd round up. Okay, then determine tan 70. Well, again, you're just going to go tan 70, close your bracket, equals 2,747, so we're going to round up to 2,75. Okay, then it says determine theta correct to the nearest degree of sine theta equals 0,5734. Now for this one, think about if you're squaring something. So just by way of example of what we're going to do here and why. If I said x squared equals 25, you would go, oh, great stuff, x equals the square root of 25, because squaring and square rooting, they're like opposite in some ways. So you'd square root this side and therefore square root that side, and you'd get x equals 5. Or of course, x could also equal -5. And that's a good point to remember here with trig functions, because if sine theta equals 0,5734, there are actually infinitely many solutions, but we're just going to look at the one for now, our reference angle. So for now we're going, well, if squaring has this kind of opposite way of square rooting, what's the equivalent now for doing sine? Well, if sine theta equals that, then theta equals the opposite is this sine to the -1, which, to be honest, it's not the right terminology, but I'm going to call it shift sine. And the reason is, on your calculator, that's what you do. So you press shift and then sine, and it gives you that sine to the -1, and we're doing it of 0,5734 equals 34,987, and it says to the nearest degree. Oh, well, I've just crossed it all out, but it says to the nearest degree, so therefore we're doing of 0,5734, so theta equals 35 degrees is the closest degree to that. It's closer to 35 than to 34. Okay, then we could do the similar thing here. So if cos theta equals this, then theta equals the opposite of cos, which, as I said, informally I'm going to call shift cos 966. So we're just going to go, let's clear that, shift cos of 0,966, close our bracket, and hit enter, or equals at least, and we get 14,98 something. That's closest to 15 degrees. Okay, easy enough. Now, the next ones are really just, can you plug these things into your calculator correctly? Sine squared. This is just the same as saying sine 30 degrees, and we're going to square it. It's just a shorter way of writing that. And once we know that, then we can just go bracket, sine 30, close that first bracket. Notice there's another bracket, and we're going to square that, and we get, I think it should be a quarter because it's a half squared. So we get a quarter, it says 2 decimal places, so I'm going to write a 0,25. This S to D button is saying third to decimal, so now it will give it to us as 0,25. Okay, similar one, cos squared. This is the same as cos 65 squared. So cos, let's bracket, cos 65. We're going to square that. And I haven't put my bracket in the right place. So we should get 0,178, so 0,18. Okay, sine 40 plus sine 50 over 3. Plug it into your calculator. Cos of this minus cos of that. Again, just making sure that you know how to work your fraction button. Sine of 40. Okay, then it said plus, where were we? Sine of 50, sine 50, and then on the denominator we add divide by 3, and we get 0,47. And for this one, I'll leave it to you to check that you do get 0,61. So it's just practicing putting stuff into our calculators.